Bernie Sanders is running for president. Some have asked what I think about that. Here's what I think. That's awesome. Go get him, Bernie. Go get him. Okay. Senator from Vermont, they say, oh, well, he was called himself a socialist for a long time, and so he really doesn't have a chance. Look, man, you never know what happens when you run. Do I think he's got a great chance of beating Hillary Clinton? No, I'm realistic. I know that it's hard, right? But run, see what happens. And it turns out Hillary Clinton, in an enormous scandal over the Clinton Foundation and how clearly companies who wanted mining rights in the U.S. were funneling millions of dollars to the Clinton campaign. And right now, Bernie's the main progressive fighting against her. And he's not a guy to rest on his laurels. He's coming. Okay, so he explained today, according to Reuters, Bernie Sanders, a self-described socialist U.S. senator, they always have to throw that in there, who has launched a bid for the 2016 Democratic presidential nomination, said on Tuesday he will introduce a bill to break up the biggest banks, a position far to the left of the party's frontrunner, Hillary Clinton. Once again, awesome. Okay, now look, I would have nationalized the banks after the collapse in 2008, and then once they were solvent, I would have then privatized them again. It's not a foreign concept. Well, I guess it's foreign literally in that Iceland did it. And in Iceland, it worked great. Yes, of course, they took a hit in the beginning, but now they have the strongest economy per capita in Europe, okay? And it's not to keep the banks. For example, we didn't keep the car companies. It's that if the banks recover, and they recover because of the money that U.S. citizens put in, well, then we should get that money back. Any investor that saved those banks would have, of course, demanded the money back if they got back on their feet, except we just gave it away. But that's not all. Right now, they've again manipulated and changed the rules so they could bet with investor money. That's outrageous. I mean, look, they endanger the global economy betting with their own money. They're wild, wild gambling. But then to do it with our money is insult to injury. It's outrageous. And we already know that they're too big to fail. And so we have set up a whole set of laws that are specific to the banks because we know that their failure would lead to a systemic failure in the economy. And Bernie Sanders makes a great point here. He says, if an institution is too big to fail, it's too big to exist. To which I say, of course, that's so obvious. The only reason that it isn't obvious in Washington is because the banks own the place. That Dick Durbin, the number 2 Democrat in the Senate, said it. Frankly, he said, frankly, they own the place. They run the place, right? And so Bernie's saying, if I'm president, well, they're not going to do that anymore. I think that's a message that could resonate. Enough to win? I don't know. Let's give it a shot and see what happens, right? But Hillary Clinton clearly does not have that message. Until recently, she was collecting hundreds of thousands of dollars for speeches at the banks telling them that they're misunderstood. So you've got her on this way right saying, oh, the poor bankers. You got Senator Sanders saying, I don't think so. I'm coming with a 2x4. I like that message, and I think a lot of people might like that message. By the way, including conservatives. They say, oh, socialists, they'll hate him. No, remember Dave Brandt, who beat Eric Cantor, the unprecedented victory, the only time the House Majority Leader has ever lost in a primary. He ran on, let's go get the banks. And he was deeply conservative. This message resonates throughout the country. I love that he's running on that. So Reuters, though, of course, with Washington conventional wisdom, and they're largely right about this, says, quote, still the bill stands a near zero chance of becoming law. It has no Republican support. Republicans hold a majority in both houses of Congress. President Barack Obama is also opposed to making any changes to the 2010 Dodd-Frank law aimed at reforming Wall Street. Okay, here we go again. Republicans united with President Obama to make sure that they protect the establishment. And if you've got a candidate out there who's saying, nah, I'm not on the side of that establishment, I'm on your side, you never know. You know what's really powerful? Being right. So let's see where this leads.